On Tasmania's east coast, work has begun on a second Wineglass Bay lookout. New cycling trails have also been constructed at the entrance of the national park to ease traffic congestion.
Getting a lot bigger down here, a lot more people down here, so I reckon, it'll be good.
Sewage infrastructure inside the park is also getting an $8.5 million upgrade. But outside the park at Coles Bay, locals claim little is being done to fix ongoing water and sewerage problems.
We're coping with 300,000 people badly now. How will 600,000 people go?
Liz Swain has had a shack at Coles Bay for 20 years and lived here permanently for 5. Suspected sewage seepage runs down the back of her property. It's unclear where it's coming from and Liz wants it fixed.
I'm sure there are some other testing points that need to be done. There's individual houses that need to be tested.
My concern's the same as everybody's. I don't want my children swimming at the beach and there being grey water flowing into, our beautiful, pristine waterways. So we need to do something and we need to do it fast.
There is no town sewerage at Coles Bay. All homes on the peninsula have their own septic tanks or treatment system. Concerns about inadequate infrastructure aren't new. A beach was closed in 2016 due to contamination issues. 2 years later, the Tasmanian Government tasked Taswater with investigating public waterways not regularly tested by the local council. Incredibly high spikes of faecal matter were found twice. One result near the Coles Bay boat ramp was more than 20 times higher than the safe level, but no public areas were closed and the public wasn't informed until the Taswater study results were released this year.
That feasibility study didn't actually address the issues at hand. We don't know what caused those spikes, and that's what we want to know.
One of the issues with wastewater at Coles Bay is monitoring compliance. Under current legislation, the local council can only respond to complaints, which means residents need to be watchdogs and dob in at their neighbours. In the feasibility study, Taswater said that's not desirable or sustainable.
The biggest issue is people that have renovated houses and then they've doubled basically the capacity of that house, yet they haven't invested in a new aerated water treatment system and they're using the old septic system and then it's being overloaded.
Really, I'd like to see full sewerage put on for Coles Bay and Swanee.
That would cost more than $30 million and leave many locals out of pocket thousands. Taswater has recommended it as a long-term option, but says there's currently not enough community support.
We don't support it on economic grounds, but we also don't support it on environmental grounds. If we have reticulated sewerage, it'll bring in more development, more people, more pressure.
The fact is that there's an environmental problem here already to a small degree and it's only going to get worse.
The Padgetts have spent tens of thousands of dollars on their sewage treatment. They wouldn't sign up to a town sewage plant, but believe better monitoring is necessary.
I think people just need to start being more responsible in the short term for their own grey water. There are lots of good systems out there that are available, but if people don't invest in them and they rely on old septic systems that are 30 or 40 years old, then the problem's not going to go away.
The Glamorgan Spring Bay Council says it can't test every system, but it is creating a sewerage system database. 5 complaints about sewage were made in the past year, which the council says are being acted on.
It's just not a good thing to be happening in what's meant to be a clean, green state.
A community wanting to ensure its growing reputation isn't ruined by sewage. Monica Champ, ABC News, Coles Bay.